I'm Rachel Malone from Texas Firearms Freedom, and we're here today to talk about committee hearings in the Texas Legislature. So when you want to testify on a bill, it's important to understand what happens in a committee hearing and how to be ready for it. The first you'll probably hear about the hearing is the notice given 72 hours in advance, hopefully. You're supposed to have 72 hours of notice. Sometimes it can be less. So you look at the notice, you find out what bills are being heard in what committee, at what time, in what room number at the Capitol. That's good information. Print it up and keep it, but remember, that is subject to change, so just keep checking back. As you're preparing, think about what you're going to wear. You want to dress professionally. So if you have a suit, wear a suit. If you have nice slacks and a button-down shirt, wear that. However you want to dress, that's fine, but present yourself professionally and respectfully and courteously. The senators or representatives will be wearing, most likely, a coat and tie. It's a more formal event for them. However, you as an everyday Texan are absolutely invited to show up as yourself and speak representing yourself on your issue. Think about what you're going to take. Be prepared, especially if it's a real hot button issue that a lot of people are going to show up on. Be prepared for it to take all day. Be prepared to stick around all day. And you don't want to have to leave to go get food or water or charge your cell phone, because you might get called up to testify while you're gone, and the committee hearing might end while you're gone, and you don't want to miss your chance to speak. So bring food, bring water, bring an extra cell phone charger, extra battery if you have one. Bring your tablet if you have one. We'll talk about why in a minute. If not, that's fine. But if you have one, bring it. Sometimes bring your laptop. There is Wi-Fi there that's slow, but it sometimes is available. Bring all those things. Bring comfortable walking shoes. If you need to bring a second pair that looks nicer for while you're sitting in the hearing, that's fine, but you will need to be walking around some, so make sure you can walk in whatever you're wearing. You will have to go through a metal detector when you get to the Capitol. However, things that are allowed outside the Capitol are still allowed inside. For example, a knife that's legal to carry outside is still legal to carry inside. If you have a license to carry a handgun outside the Capitol, you take that license, you go through the card entry and hand the DPS trooper your license to carry, and you bypass the metal detector and you may carry that inside the Capitol. All right, let's talk about getting to the Capitol. You're going to park, hopefully in the parking garage, the Capitol Visitors Parking Garage on San Jacinto between 12th and 13th Streets. If it's full, you can look for street parking or possibly other parking garages, but they may be more expensive. Capitol Visitors Parking Garage is free for the first couple of hours, and then the maximum charge per day is $12. You can enter in any of the entrances of the Capitol, north, south, east, or west. The closest from the Capitol Visitors Parking Garage is going to be the east entrance. You go in through the metal detectors or through the card entry like I described, and then you want to find the elevators to get to the hearing rooms. The elevators are going to be in the north wing of the Capitol because they take you down to the Capitol Extension, which is underground on the north side of the Capitol. So go to those elevators, hit either E1 or E2, depending on where your hearing room is. Go down to that floor, and when you get out of the elevator, you'll see pretty much just a wall on one side and a big, huge, long hallway on the other side. And go down the hallway until you get to your hearing room. You can follow the numbers to navigate. You can also check out a map of the Capitol complex, which will be available in our links, and a map of the Capitol building itself. Once you get to your hearing room and you locate it, you'll need to sign in. Most of the hearings this session for both House and Senate are supposed to have electronic sign-ins, which means you'll need to find the kiosk located in the hallways near the hearing rooms, or you can use your iPad or tablet connected to the Capitol Wi-Fi when you're on location. And that would be a good reason to bring your iPad if you've got one. Sign in, it's just like an iPad there. You put your name and other information about yourself. Make sure you know what committee you're testifying in, what bill you're testifying on, and what your position is. We'll ask you for a few more pieces of information about yourself as well. Alternatively, they may choose to do a paper sign-in, especially if they're having troubles with the kiosk system. So in that case, there would usually be a table set up outside of the hearing room with clerks, and they can walk you through that process of signing in with papers. Once you've signed in, go ahead and check out that hearing room. It's usually set up with a dais at the top where the committee chairman and the committee members sit and listen to testimony. And there is a large space filled with padded chairs where everybody else can sit and listen. And in cases of very large hearings, there may be an overflow room with a video feed. Testifiers will face the committee and speak either at a podium if they're speaking one at a time, or for a very large hearing, they may be called up in panels of about 4 people to sit at the table and go through like that because it's more efficient for the large hearings. While you're waiting for your chance to speak, that's a great time to network. You can find others who may agree with you and give them your card, give them information, give them your talking points. If you're outside the room, you can chat about what you'll be testifying on, or just make the contact. You can also be the helpful one. If you know where things are and how to sign in, help everybody else, even if they oppose you. Be the helpful one, be the ambassador, and prove yourself to be a courteous person. Also, while you're waiting, once the hearing has begun, listen to the other testimony, listen to the representative or senator laying out the bill so you know how you might want to change your testimony to address concerns being brought up, or how to change your testimony so you're not redundant and bring up exactly the same point that everybody else did. The format, let's talk about the format or the agenda of the committee hearing. Each bill will begin with the bill author laying out the bill. That's telling the committee what the bill is and what it does in general. And the committee may then ask him questions. The committee may also hear invited testimony from either state entities or organizations that are relevant to that particular subject. People who are giving invited testimony don't have the same time limit that you will. They can speak for maybe 10 minutes each. And often the committee will ask them questions about the bill because they want to hear the information from them. When that's finished, at that point, the witnesses from the general audience will begin. So everybody who's signed up to testify, the chair will call them in whatever order he chooses to call them. At some point, the committee may need to take a break if the House or Senate needs to go into full session. And when they do, they'll usually announce that the committee hearing will resume maybe immediately upon adjournment or 30 minutes after adjournment is also common. In that case, you really need to stick around. The session could be very short or it could be a few hours long. So make sure you're ready when the hearing resumes because you don't want to miss your chance to speak. When it is your chance to speak, you will go to the front when you're called, maybe by yourself, maybe in a panel of 4 or so, and speak directly into the microphone. And it's important to state your name, the bill you're testifying on, your position on it, and if you're representing yourself and or another organization. For example, hi, I'm Rachel Malone. I'm testifying for HB 375. I'm representing myself and Texas Firearms Freedom. And then you can continue to state your opinion or your reasoning on the bill. If you testify on the bill, you need to be bringing some reasons why you might support it or not, and some suggestions for changing. For more information about how to prepare testimony and what exactly you might want to say to convince others of your position, check out my video on preparing testimony. That's the basic gist of committee hearings. I wish you the best of luck in your endeavors in whatever hearings you're testifying in this year. And if this video was helpful to you, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter. Thanks so much.